Welcome back to the Foundation. This is Swaytoven, and I drew this up before I went to sleep. Woke up to make sure it wasn't trash, and it's good enough to talk about. It's just a melody with a guitar, an Irish harp, and some background chords. But I want to talk about the importance of thinking beyond these 4 bar loops that all the YouTube producers got you thinking about, even 8 bars. All right, but a lot of people, I believe, stop at 4, and sometimes they switch something up within the next 4. But it's just that's what causes people to then go and think that downloading samples is ideal for them when all they're doing is chopping up different sections of the melodies, right? So a lot of people go out of their way to learn how to make these melodies, but they don't even think further than that to just draw up different melodies in the same scale, all right? And then put it in different parts of your song. And I'm not going to show you how to do that, all right? I mean, there's enough melody making videos. This is just to help you guys, at least open your mind or something like that. There's nothing special about what I'm about to show you. I probably actually should open up my last beat, to be honest, but I don't feel like loading up that. But hopefully, what I said is good enough for you. Because how about we just take a look at the guitar? All right, the guitar basically has 2 different melodies. I really wanted to talk about the harp real quick. So I'm gonna talk about the harp first. I'm gonna go back to it. Um, but a lot of people, and let's listen to the beat real quick. It's not a beat; it's just a melody real quick. And this little part's right here. It's just to give me a guide of like what to add next because I'm gonna switch up the melody again. And this is something that I used to do when I first started to make music. I just haven't done it in a while because too busy trying to mix. I was too busy trying to learn how to mix this because I think it's kind of boring to make a beat and then not mix it because you're not going to hear the potential of that beat. But I wanted to really talk about this harp and adding a little bit of realism to some of these instruments that are always strummed. Because a lot of people they like to put down like a guitar like this right here, right? But when you hear how guitar is played, yeah, you can always have like the one note played, but sometimes to add that atmosphere, there's those multiple notes played like a harp, right? And those multiple notes are just something that sit inside of the chord, okay? Um, but how do you know how you get that chord? Well, honestly, this harp was just thought of as a top line melody, and then I just played like the chord beneath. But it's easy to think of like the top line melody being the right. I suppose like these notes right here. But after the top line melody, this main note, which would be this D, you just go down an octave, as you can see. It's you can literally just see it, I suppose, right? I used 4 notes, all within the scale. I kind of want to go. Oh, I did go down. I wonder how that's gonna sound. I'm gonna put it in there. Make sure the timing's right, so it sounds like a strum, almost. I mean, the thing is that, and the thing is that you've seen, by the way, what I just said. Need some water. Let me take a sip of water real quick. It's crazy. You heard that stuff hit my teeth. Yeah, it's metal. What this is basically, it's just a chord, right? It's just a chord, and all you would do is just is it Alt S? Yeah, it's just a really strummed out chord, but I just drew it out not as a chord. But let's see what it sounds like with this extra note right there. I'm curious. has different melodies. The thing is like, yeah, you gotta stop thinking in 4 bar loops. You gotta stop thinking in 8 bar loops, right? You have to you might as well, like, next time, and hopefully you know how to make melodies, right? But a lot of people teach how to make melodies to make them really repetitive, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to, like, maybe even think of this as a 16, right? As you can see, I already drew the chord, got ready for it. I just didn't do it yet, because if you break it up into 16, or maybe even longer, it'll be easier for you to just, like, look through your melodies and find what fits nice in that beat. Okay, because when you start arranging it, you're going it makes sure different instruments have different melodies and stuff within the same scale, and hopefully better hope the timings are good. Because when you start laying down the drums and stuff like that, it's gonna sound really nice. That you make different melodies and you layer different melodies together, but not too crazy different melodies, right? Um, I really should open up my last beat. I don't. Save this or whatever. It's gonna take a while for it to load up. But it's nothing special though. My last beat. It's gonna take a minute to load up. A lot of plugins, I think, because I'm not adding my vocals to it. I'm like, yeah, I can rap. Yeah, it's me. You guys know what it is. iLock account. That's for the Oxford. Look at me pretending that I can actually use the equalizer. I think it's for a bell. I want the bell to cut through. It is for the bell. Nothing special about this at all. But this is what I was saying about breaking up the melody. And this is the guitar, and they're being these are the counter melodies. You feel me? It's all a bunch of counter melodies. Also, you can see that I don't have chords, right? I actually don't work with. I actually don't care for chords. I don't really care. Let's hear what it sounds like. I guess. Let's hear the beat. Let's listen to it. I think I did too much on these 808s. That's why I got bored and stopped working on it. Because I wanted to change the drum pattern, but it's a little bit too much. I think it sounds fine, but anyway, see what I was trying to. And maybe you heard it, and you heard it, maybe not. Was the guitar, all right? And like this right here, every time I try to mix it in stereo, but I need to. When I did this in stereo, it actually came out ridiculous on the phone because I didn't realize, like, the channels and, like, the sides and stuff. That was nuts. I'm listening on my speaker standing back, saying, yeah, these 808s are crazy, right? Nah, you couldn't even hear my voice coming through on stereo. But yeah, it's actually kind of simple, right? The guitar. There's a little intro melody that you never hear again. It's this part right here. It's literally just those first couple notes though, because these little plucks that go down right here, yeah, you basically don't hear these long notes again, though. And you hear them again, but in a different melody. And that's just the end of that cutoff. And I think that adds a little bit of like, I don't know, eeriness to it. And the thing is, me personally, I could go crazy. I could add so many more notes. But they're right, sometimes simplicity is key, but also need to do something with these drums. Need to like add a break in it or something like that. This is what it sounds like with the vocals, and then I'm gonna stop recording because I'm pretty sure I'm not talking about nothing useful. Pulling up into the after party, see them shaking some ass. Strippers riding up and down the pool, they raking the cash. Couple bands all in my pocket, wondering long it's gon' last. Wish you use all the assets in my yellow fast.